The cake right to the sight sex. Leave the fire and the roof style stuff. On it, grind like we're chasing the stars. From Millmore to Do Valley, we've come so far. Talk about legends, yeah, we know the score. Ronnie and Bobby, we remember you more. From the highs of the Wembley fight to losing our trousers, still we ignite. Red and white with the pride, we're never gonna bow. Fighting like middlemen, hear the roar now. We're middlemen, we stand up tall. Through ups and downs, we give it all. From Millmore to Do Valley.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to KB Terrace Talk. And tonight we are on the Sunday Service Football Edition. Tonight we've got four fantastic panelists here to talk to you about what's been going off in all four English football leagues. So tonight we've got King Bush, who's again second week on the trot. Very, very happy. How are we doing, Bushy?
Good, mate. Good. Life is good. Man United are fourth. Rotherham won again. Smashed Barnsley, the Dingles. Dirty Dingles, local rival neighbours. You know, them ones that haven't got internet and, you know, it's just scruffing the
Mud Shacks. The Mud Shacks, mate.
Yeah, the mud huts. We smashed them and, loving life, mate. Thanks
Good to see Smiley Bush. That's what we're happy to see. Mers, how are we doing this evening, mate?
Not too bad. Defense rules the roost. Defense.
Another cheeky 1-0 win there for Arsenal. There's been a lot of banter going off in the WhatsApp groups of whether you're going to bottle it again. But like I keep saying to everybody, listen, we're on game week 9. It doesn't matter. Points make prizes.
You'll say that till the day you get relegated this season, Phil.
It's not going to happen, mate. I'm telling you, we've got Deitch. Deitch's the man. Bottom row, we've got Carpets. We've got Turbo Tom in the house tonight. How are we doing, Tom?
Carpets.
Another very, very happy man. Are you selling carpets tomorrow, mate?
No, God, no. I've been trying to sell lodgers today, but nobody came.
Nobody came for the lodgers.
A bit like Eleanor Rigby's funeral. But, So, great win for Rotherham, and I'm looking forward to discussing all things the 92 this evening. Cheers, Phil.
No worries. Great to have you on, Tom. And finally, the man is back from his wonderful night out that he had last weekend. We've got Coventry man, Mark. How are we doing, Mark?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Another win. Still top. Comfortably.
Yeah.
About.
Flying high.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll come on to the championship, and it's madness. Just the madness that is the championship.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. A couple of comments in of people watching. Evening to Poppy, who's just put in good evening to everybody. And John Sullivan also coming on saying happy Sunday all. Evening to you guys. Evening to everybody else that's watching. So we're going to get straight in and we're going to start talking a little bit about the Premier League. So this week, obviously, last week we went quite deep into a lot of the games. I want to keep these games to a good fashion. So we're going to talk, obviously, about our home games and how we've got on with the Premier League. And then we're going to look at a smattering of other games and just see what drew our eyes to the games this week. So let's go with you, Bushy. Man United, let's keep it nice and sweet, mate. Tell us how your performance against what is, Brighton doing okay. Man United clearly doing a bit better.
Yeah, we're just back, aren't we? I mean, there's not much more to say other than we're fourth in the table. We put Brighton to bed. I mean, in Mbeumo and Cunha, what signings there? When they signed, I knew we were getting goals. And I think that's the difference between this season and last season. Everyone mocked me when I said, I think we'll finish third. Could win it if we sign Sesko. Sesko hasn't been the success I hoped he would be yet. But I think he will come good. I think the system Amarin is playing suits the players that he's bought. So you're in Mbeumo, your Cunha, they're starting to settle in. Ahmed on as wing back has been instrumental. Even Casemiro's playing well in the role that he's been given. And I just I just can't see us not finishing in the top 4. I just can't see it. I look at the Premier League and I just don't see. I'd say the Premier League's one of the weakest I've seen it for a long, long time. That's why we sat with sort of Arsenal at the top. I mean, I think we give Arsenal their best game. They're a bit of defensive, aren't they? Defense.
Defense.
I think it's a fantastic performance. 4-2 against, which are a decent team, Brighton. Let's bear no bones about it. Last season, we'd have probably lost that game. But as the King Bush always does, predicts the right sort of thing for this season. And I said we would finish top 3, and I still believe it. I think still we're not. I don't think we've still hit top form yet. And I think when January comes and it can strengthen that midfield, I think there's going to be a problem for a lot of Premiership teams, especially next Saturday for Forest. I think they're going to get absolutely splattered. But we'll come on to that on Thursday's show.
Yeah, we'll have a chat about that on Thursday, Bushy? Yeah,
we're going to do something special for that game.
We'll put a little teaser out there now. Me and Bushy are concocting something very special for next weekend's Forest United clash. So yeah, that's all we're going to say for now. So stay tuned, everybody, and share the word out. Thanks for that, Bushy. Great to have you on as always. Great to listen to your ego being floated even more by the fact that Man United have won this weekend. Over to yourself, Mers. Nice, another little 1-0 win for yourselves over the Mighty Palace.
Yeah, it's another game, another win, another set-piece goal that led to the win. Everything just seems like it's falling into place at the moment. And as I've been saying, as long as we can keep doing well with set pieces and just nicking these goals, our defense can literally see out the rest. Defense. But yeah, I'm happy. I didn't get to watch the game because I was out for a family meal at the time, so I didn't actually get to watch the game. But looking at the stats, yeah, it was like literally routine defense performance, literally limiting the opposition to the amount of shots that they've had on target, which is great to see. But I think it's just all about keeping the right players fit, I feel, as well, because in terms of the set pieces, Declan Rice being the main key component in terms of that, and then Gabriel, because he's a key threat in those set pieces and on the defense. So I'm looking forward to it, and we're getting this little cushion building as well because of the fact that Man City, Liverpool are dropping points. People that are in second, third, fourth at the moment, Bournemouth, Spurs, and Sunderland, can't imagine them staying in the top 4 for much longer, should I say. I feel like for a few more months they could maybe keep hovering around there.
Yeah,
but they'll slowly drift off.
Spurs had a nice little win today, which, I think I went against them, to be fair, this week. I didn't think they were going to do it. So, well done to them. So, yeah, a nice little win for Spurs. But how many more of those are they going to get this season? That's I think, a big thing for Spurs, really. Again,
I did predict a Spurs win, Phil, again on the show.
Did you? I'm sure I went against. I can't fully remember, but I'm sure I went against them. I thought Everton were going to sneak.
Yeah, I went against them in prediction.
I just knew it is just so Spursy, isn't it?
It is a Spursy thing, and today was very much Spursy, wasn't it? Van der Ven. I mean, wow.
Oh yeah, he dug me out of fantasy.
He dug you out quite deep. I mean, he got you up to third in our little manager of the month kind of scenario as well. So. And overtook me by 1 point. So next month, you're going down, mate. So for me, the Forest game, bit of a lackluster performance, but Bournemouth are our Achilles. I could make up so many excuses. Yes, the corner wasn't a corner; it was a goal kick. The linesman agreed. The fourth official knew it was a goal kick, but the referee overturned it and went for a corner. Yeah, it shouldn't have gone in off the player from the corner, not in the slightest. Second goal, no stopping that one. But again, where was the defence? Where was Murillo? Where was Milenkovic in that middle part? There's lots to still do, lots to still work on. We've got to take those positives from the Porto game. Not an awful lot of positives that we could take from this game. Even Daichi got a yellow card. So yeah, it's one of them. Just got
a
that
quick
long,
one,
really.
Phil. Just on Forest.
Yeah.
I know you've been having a bit of back and forth with your mate about obviously Sean Dyche and whatnot. But when are the fans gonna start and look at the owner there? Because he's created this issue this season. Let's not mask it over. I know what you're saying. He's got you to the Premier League, but I think the thing with Forest fans, you can't say a bad word against this owner or they all start melting. It's very odd because I think that owner that you've got could end up being like Chansiri at Wednesday because I think he's that crackers. If he pulls the plug there and the finances, where are Forest going to be?
Yeah, no, I get what you're
It's
saying.
very volatile, and like I said, you had a good manager that had a good style, and he didn't leave because of the performances because you exceeded performance last season.
Yeah.
So he's lost his job purely down to a fallout with the chairman, and the director of football who's signing the players. But why aren't the fans blaming the actual man that's caused this season to happen? It's Marinakis' fault.
I agree with what you're saying. Okay, so my opinions on Marinakis are nice and simple. He is absolutely batshit, absolutely crazy. Yeah, he has done a lot for Forest. He's done a lot for the club. Absolutely. However, and my biggest bugbear with it is the way that the situation has unfolded from Nuno to Ange, and now we're with Daichi. And that is down to the chairman, fundamentally. He's the one that hires and fires. Fundamentally, it's down to him. Now, I feel as though I can't answer for all Forest fans because I know a lot of them, it's a little bit like the Ryan Yates thing. You know, Forest fans love Ryan Yates. Like, you know, he is the ultimate man. And I feel as though they're going that way with Marinakis and they're looking at purely what the man's done for the club. And what they should do, and what I've said since the whole Ange thing happened and then Ange gone, my thought process was, you know, if Marinakis had just come out and said, guys, listen, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, I've tried to correct it, I've not corrected it properly. This is what we're going to do now, and I'm going to do everything in my power to try and get this right. I think we won't be having this conversation right now. I think it would just be a case of, you know what, he's done it. You know, the same. I don't want to associate it the same with Man United, but to be fair, your chair people could say the same thing for a lot of things that they've made mistakes on. Yeah. And I feel as though if he'd have done that, then he would have had the backing of all of the fans. But at the minute, I feel as though the fans, it's a bit half and half at the minute about him, in my eyes.
What would it take for the fans to turn on him? Because it could only go on so often, him doing crazy things. I mean, if you look, I can only spit. We've only recently had our owner in, and when he sacked Robbins, everybody turned and baying for blood. He's turned it around now, but what would it take for Forest? Because relegation is a distinct possibility. I think after the start, if you said Forest are going down, I think too many people would be that surprised. What would it take for the Forest fans to turn on him and say, do you know what? Off you pop.
I think another very quick managerial change will probably put the nail in the head.
Okay.
I think if he does not give Dyche more time than what he gave Ange, I think there's going to be a problem.
I just see so many similarities between Chansiri at Sheffield Wednesday and Marinakis at...
Yeah, but at least the Forest players get paid.
No, but what I'm saying is Sheffield Wednesday players did at first, and he pumped money in. I remember him signing Jordan Rhodes for about 10, 13 million at Sheffield Wednesday. He was putting the money in. He pumped all the money in, gambling on promotion, and they didn't get promoted. And then that's when the money problems started. So your chairman, pumped the money in last season and this season. And if you get relegated, he ain't recuperating that money. What happens then? This is what I'm trying to say to you. I think
what happens then.
And I think he is that egotistical that if the fans turn on him, he will do exactly what Chansiri's done at Sheffield Wednesday. He'll say, screw you. He'll put the prices up so the fans are paying all the debts and everything else, and you'll be languishing, and then same could happen. I honestly, Phil, I know you respect him. He's done a lot, and it may not happen. But if I was a Nottingham Forest fan, I would not trust that chairman as far as I could throw him. And trust me, the size of him, I ain't throwing him very far. I'm out.
Mic drop there. Bang, done.
Mic drop.
Yeah. I mean, Forest is what Forest is. Is it now our downfall? Are we going to fall down? I don't think, I think a lot of the decisions, yes, okay, fundamentally are with the chairman, but there's lots of, people have got their opinions of Edu for one, and he's not really, probably helping the situation. But Marinakis trusts him, so it's a difficult one to see. I think if you ask me that question again in, I don't know, 5 or 6 game weeks time, then we'll have that discussion. I think let's open it up and let's see what happens between now and, let's say, Christmas, and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think he'll allow you to go down, because I think he's invested that much. He'll probably invest again in January if you're down at the bottom, because I don't think financially you would survive if you got relegated with how much you have invested since you've come up.
We'll see. Yeah. Only time can tell, can't it? Only time can tell. Anyway, what about any other games in the Prem that we've enjoyed or we've not enjoyed? Obviously, we spoke about the Spurs game.
Well, I enjoyed City getting battered.
City getting battered. That's the
And
one.
Liverpool.
I knew it was one.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a battering. I mean, a 19th minute goal from Matty Cash. I suppose you could class that as a battering, couldn't you? No,
Yeah.
Ireland blanked. So he's
blanked again.
So not again, because he did score during the week.
Yeah.
It's more a case of the fact that his consecutive
as well.
games has gone down the toilet now.
But on my positive side, my little soft spot for Villa, I'm very, very happy for them. They've achieved what they've achieved.
What I will say, sorry to put in, Phil, I think we need to give massive praise, and Mark will not like this because Mark doesn't like them. Sunderland were sitting second in the Premier League.
I haven't got any issues with Sunderland. I'm just not over what happened in May.
Yeah. So
holding on to bad vibes.
Sunderland, to be fair to them, were second. I think they're now, is it 4th or 3rd?
They are 4th. They are 4th.
Yeah.
4th. Sunderland, wow. Well, it's pretty incredible because you think about all the promoted teams from pastures gone or whatever, right? They've been awful. And I'll tell you what, all 3 are doing pretty well at the minute. Leeds, Burnley, last gasp winner. Was it a 95th minute winner from Lyle Taylor?
95th minute winner for Burnley. Obviously, Leeds beating West Ham 2-1 as well. So, yeah.
So, I as I stated earlier on one of the podcasts I was on, I don't know, I think that all 3 promoted teams will stay up this season. Could be wrong, but I certainly think Sunderland are doing an incredible job. Bournemouth as well. And why we're not talking about Liverpool, last season's champions have now lost 5 in a row. That is
they're sat 7th. They're sat actually 1 point behind Man United. Who'd have thought it,
Crazy.
Yeah, and the thing is, everybody was talking on here to me, do you think Amaran's going to lose his job? Yet we've had no people coming on. We've got the same points as Man City, spent less than them. So why is Pep not? Why are we not having the conversation of Pep losing his job?
Because
Why are we not
Pep's not
having
gonna
the
lose his job.
conversation
That's-
Ernie Slot, whatever he's called, the
Arnie
bold
Slot.
fraud from Liverpool? Why are we not talking how he's spunk
Well, I
talking?
think that discussion is starting to raise though
He
now.
needs
with
to do.
Slot.
I mean, he signed Isaac and turned him into Dexter Blackstock. That should be a sacking alone.
That's a niche reference right there. I don't. There's no talk about Slot or Pep losing their job because they've.
I have heard, I'll interrupt you there, Mark, because I have heard stuff about Arnie. I've not heard anything about Pep whatsoever, but Arnie, there has been rumours floating around about surely he's in doubt now.
Let me tell you, Pep is finished. He got dumped off his missus. He's not the same man. He's not the same man. He's a weak, frail old man now. His style's been phased out. City are finished unless they get rid of Pep. They need to get rid of Pep.
I think
winning nothing more with Pep.
Charges before he goes. I can't see him going anywhere unless he decides he wants to take. I don't know. Would he want to take the Spain job, the Catalan thing? Don't know.
One thing I will say in Pep's defense, though,
Defense.
yeah. It is if you look at, say, over the past 6 years, and you look at Man City form, first half of the season versus the second half of the season, there's been a lot of scenarios where their first half of the season form in the first half of the season form is like what it is right now, and then from about December onwards, they just start winning every single game because, like, his power of doing the rotation, like Pep Roulette, keeps his players fresher, which means then when other teams are more tired, they're outplaying them and they'll win. Like this is what Pep is renowned for at the moment at Man City. Is not necessarily first half of the season form; it's that second half of the season form. And I know all too well about it from the amount of times Arsenal have lost to bloody Man City in the title race because of it.
Okay, we've got a shed load of comments coming in. Poppy and John are having a lovely little conversation about dogs, but we won't go into that. If Forest are close to relegation, still Mr. M will threaten with a gun. We've got Leeds from Poppy as well. Nice little win for there. Jacob Murphy is better than Salah, according to John. The Pep Empire has also been on. Battered.
Rattled him.
We had nothing defensive midfield and should have had a penalty. I'd say Forest got battered compared to City. Yeah, we absolutely, but it was only by one extra goal. Bournemouth are doing really good at the minute. You know, they're up there. Man City are in that same situation, and you're playing a lesser team. At least we were playing a team that's better than us, really. So actually, the battering... We deserve the battering. You didn't deserve the battering, but you still got it.
I'll respond to this next one.
Where's United's treble in the last 3 seasons? Go on, Bushy.
Well, we haven't won one in the last 3 seasons, but our treble, we did it without cheating. End of chat.
And then where United 4 titles in row, Pep job is safe.
Well, they didn't win it last year, and they ain't going to win it this year, so I won't be that safe.
Oh, apparently he's back with his missus. She's took him back.
Oh, I sent her back.
Oh, you sent her back, did you? Okay, fair enough.
Sent her back.
She's so outdated, Maggie Thatcher. He's asking for your advice, Bushy.
Yeah. Well, we need some advice. Keir Starmer, I'll sort him out as well.
Bushy has rattled Pep Empire tonight. I think you're absolutely spot on there, Poppy. I think Bushy has really upset Pep Empire. Upsetting my viewers, Bushy. How dare you?
I know. Terrible. What a guy I am. I've upset Barnsley fans. I upset everyone, me. I'm just a quiet guy.
And you've upset me today. You've upset me twice today as well. So,
no.
What's it
dear.
all about?
What's it
Anyway, let's move on to the championship. So we had some fantastic games in the championship, as always. So this week we had some games on Wednesday. I think, we had Swansea QPR, which was a win for QPR. We had Wrexham Oxford and a win for Wrexham, 1-0 win over Oxford there. Watford 2, West Brom 1, and we had Sheffield Wednesday losing yet again. This time up there, Middlesbrough 1-0 win to Middlesbrough there. Then we had a game on Friday. It was Preston 3, Sheffield United. Another Sheffield side lost, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
We've got yesterday's matches, which were Portsmouth 0, Stoke City 1. So Stoke smashing it home there. Coventry, a mighty Coventry, which Mark will be happy about and we'll talk about very shortly. Coventry 3, Watford 1. Ipswich 1, West Brom 0. Hull versus Charlton was a 1-1 draw. We had Blackburn 2, Southampton 1. Derby, do we need to really talk about them? They got a win for a change. So it was Derby 1, QPR 0. So 1 win, 1 loss for QPR this week. Millwall 1, Leicester City 0. So Millwall beating Leicester City. Middlesbrough Wrexham was a 1-1 draw. Swansea 2, Norwich 1, Bristol City 1, Birmingham losing, and another loss yet again for Sheffield Wednesday. It was Oxford United 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. So in a game week there, Sheffield Wednesday losing twice. Bad news for Sheffield Wednesday at the minute, and just gone into administration as well. So
I think the thing with Sheffield Wednesday, Phil, is it's not bad news for them. I mean, obviously,
you could look at it as good news, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of Sheffield Wednesday friends and family that support Sheffield Wednesday, and
my dad's
it was like a carnival atmosphere at the game. Even though they've got, like any other club goes into administration, it's a sad time. They're partying because they got rid of Chanzeri. So.
Yeah, I saw. I think it was literally on the day that they signed.
Yeah,
for
they were buying shirts,
they were taking the white chairs out that said Chansari, weren't they?
Yeah,
they were coming straight out, which was says it all, doesn't it? Really, people go on about Marinakis and not liking him. I think Chansari's hated just that little bit more, mate. To be fair. So, not good times for Sheffield Wednesday. But what is good times for is the mighty Coventry City. What do we reckon, Mark?
It is. It's, what is it now? 12 games unbeaten. Best start to a season for a very long time. First time we've won 6 games in a row in the Football League, which is bizarre to say. But then you remember we were in the top flight for so many years and we weren't very good. So that's probably why we never got 6 in a row. Only team to win by more than a goal. And for the, second game out of 3, because the game against Portsmouth on Tuesday, we were fine. Second home game in a row weren't brilliant, which if you looked at the score at half time and saw 3-0 up, Watford down to 10, you'd think, oh, blimey, they're going to do what they did to QPR and get 7. No, Carl Rushworth. Never fall in love with a lone player, but my God, he is brilliant. Some of the saves he was making, he's got no right to make them. Although he did give a penalty away, but he didn't need to. But we won't talk about that. He also
all positivity, mate. All positivity.
Exactly. He also broke a record against Portsmouth on Tuesday. Longest clean sheet minutes in our club's history, dating back to the 30s. So well done him. So there is talk we have an option to buy for 5 million, which yes please in spades, and still top. Yeah. 3 points ahead of Borough in second, 5 points ahead of Millwall in third. Leicester lost. It's always a bonus.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. I mean, what the players are doing, what Lampard's doing, it's just something else, isn't it? It's just something else.
It's like I said,
whatever they touch, it turns into gold, it seems.
It's like what I said when I was on the first time. This is Lampard's last chance. He had to get it right with us. otherwise, he's done as a manager. You know, he's not going to get another chance. And I think now he's got to keep it up. But if something were to happen and he were to leave us, he would get another job, and I'm sure he would do really well because he gets it. He's got a good connection with the fans. He's getting the best out of players. Even, you know, there are players that aren't universally popular at Coventry. Ellis Sims, nice to see you. And he's working with them. He's getting the best out of them. And, you know, I think as bitter as I am about the playoffs, if we had have gone up, I couldn't see us doing anything other than breaking Derby's points record because we weren't ready. This season, if we go up, I've got a much better feeling about it, and we certainly won't break Derby's points record, as nobody should.
No, it should always stay down there. Absolutely, mate. Quick comment coming from John. I pressed the wrong one there. Quick comment from John. Mark, surely this is your year. The goals are flying in. Isn't the goalkeeper on loan from Brighton?
He is, yeah. And it was a bit... Again, we do have fans who like to overreact, and after the first 8 goals we conceded, they were all set pieces, and he was at fault for a couple of them, and people were starting to whinge. Oh God, why have we got him in? He's no better than Wilson. He'll be no better than Dobbin when he's back from injury. A bit like what you said with Forest, we're on game week 9. Just give us a chance. Same with Rushworth. He's young. I think he's 24, 25. Dead young for a keeper. And he will get better. And lo and behold, he broke our club clean sheet record. Club, you know, however many minutes gone without conceding. He's already got 4 or 5 clean sheets in the league anyway. It's good. It's all good. And if we do have an option to buy for 5 million, whether we go up or we don't, I'd sign it. We don't know.
Mark, what I will say is he better than was it Wilson you had a couple of years ago?
Ben Wilson is a cult hero at Coventry now,
Yeah.
I think I would say, because he's a lovely lad and he's very funny when they get him on the socials, but he's not the best goalkeeper. And I think the first season we had the championship, he was back up to Morosi. And after the first season, it was one of them's got to go. And we all thought, well, they'll sell Wilson, surely. No, sell Morosi, get Simon Moore in. Simon Moore has one good season and then got spaced down with Powers, and Wilson came in and he had a solid defence in front of him. That back 3, back 5 under Robbins, it just works. And he won the goal. I wouldn't be surprised if Rushwood did the same, just with a different, you know, it'll be a back 4 this time, occasionally lean into a back 5 when we need to. But yeah, so far.
Mark, I'm going to ask you the $1 million question. You can have Rushworth or Victor Johansson. Who are you choosing?
I've never seen Rushworth concede 5 at the CBS. I've seen him concede 5. So on that basis, I think we'll have Rushworth.
Wow, statement.
Well, just a quick one. Who's up front for Coventry at the moment?
So it's Haji Wright, Brandon Thomas Asante, with Tatsuhiro Sakamoto and Ephron Mason-Clark on the wings.
Is he the boy from Peterborough?
He is.
Yeah.
Bush is only asking because he wants to know who Man United are buying next summer when you come over. So.
No. Because Coventry, they had you had Gyökeres, didn't you?
Did
at Coventry?
We made Gyökeres, I think the term is.
You made him.
Well, Gyökeres was a funny one because he signed again first season in the Championship, signed him on loan in the January, and he scored once. Wasn't starting very much, was coming off the bench. And then turns out we had an obligation to buy for £1 million. And everyone's like, oh, God, really? What? Why? And it turns out he's actually really good at football. And we made an absolute fortune on him. The story that comes out, after, because, you know, during the the season where we made it to the playoff final and lost to Luton. Still not bitter about that either. When the new owner came in, one of the things that Robin said to him was, "Thank God you're here. The old regime were going to sell Gyökeres for about £3 million. He goes for 20 odd to Sporting, and then we got that lovely sell-on fee for when he moved to Arsenal."
Yeah, no,
But,
fantastic.
so you
fantastic
you've got now, would you say they're as good as Gyökeres, or have you got anybody?
No, because this is, I mean, last year, if you spoke to the fans, we were all willing to pay for the taxi to take Brandon Thomas-Asante back to West Brom or back to Hull, who wanted him, or to Blackburn, who apparently put in a bid in the January. Haji Wright and Ellis Sims are funny ones because they both got 20 goals in their first season for the club. But we were a bit of a playoff hangover. And yes, we had that semi-final against Man United where, both instrumental in getting there. Last season, Sims couldn't put the ball in the net. And then Haji Wright was our top scorer with 12 and he was injured for 4 months. If he stays fit, he could be the championship's best striker. It's between him and the boy Sargent at Norwich, who's having a
Yeah, he's a good player, Sargent. I do rate him. That Sims, sometimes I watch him and it's like he's never played football before. Like, he looks horrendous. And then sometimes you watch him and he's unplayable. He must be so frustrating to watch.
I don't think he's an out-and-out goal scorer. I think he's a hold-up man. And if you look at our second goal against Portsmouth on the Tuesday, where it got pinged out wide to him, held off the defender right on the touchline, played it in for Brandon Thomas-Asante, and he just had a free walk up to the goal and tapped it in, easy as you like. But that goal was all Ellis Sims. And I think what doesn't help Sims is that he's got the air of a lazy player. If you were to watch him, and if you don't watch Coventry on a regular basis, and you look at him, he looks like he's walking around doing nothing. And sometimes he's not, but he has to have the service. When he came on Saturday, we weren't really doing much. Watford were really trying to attack us. When we had the ball, we were just knocking it about for the most part. But if we were to go up, I don't see Sims staying. It's not a knock on him. I just don't think he's ready for the Premier League yet.
Yeah. A question that's come in, Mark. Mark, do you feel more connected to the club with Lampard at the helm? And just going off the back of that, if you do come up, how do you think you fare with Lampard in charge in the Prem?
So in terms of connect with the club, no. I wouldn't say it's less of a connect. It's Robbins is the best manager that I've seen or I can remember in my lifetime. Robbins is the only manager that I've seen as win a promotion with. I mean, well, 2 promotions actually. He's the only manager I've seen win a trophy. Yes, the Checkatrade Trophy is a major competition. I'm taking that. You're only really a big club if you can win the Checkatrade and get relegated 2 weeks later. Lampard has bought into everything that Robbins has done. I think it will be Robbins walked so Lampard could run. Robbins laid the foundation for everything, and Lampard is building on it.
Yeah, Mark Robbins made my all-time Rotherham United 11.
I saw that.
I love the guy.
I was listening to that the other day when you were on, Tom, and I was very pleased. Very pleased.
Cheers, Mark. Good lad.
But no,
He would have made the manager one had he not left us for Barnsley.
Well, that's the funny thing about Robbins is people have conveniently forgotten this was Robbins' second stint with us because he had a little first season in League One after relegation. He came in the September. We were doing well. Then Huddersfield came in for him in might have been the February, I think, and he left. Now, he was probably right to do so because not long after we went into administration for the first time. So, but no, I think Lampard has bought into the club. Lampard is every post-match, whether it's home, away, cup or league, he's always praising the fans, always without fail. And we like him. We like how he's bought into it, because you see it too many times where it doesn't seem like the manager gives a toss about the fans, and it's just, well, I'm here. I'm trying to get results, and I'll do it my way. I think, maybe this is an unfair comment on Ange. With his time at Spurs, it was, I'm playing football my way, and if you don't like it, tough. Well, I mean, it kind of worked. They won a European trophy, and then he got sacked. So, and not a lot of the Spurs fans seem too bothered by it. So, read into that what you will.
Just a final question for you, Mark, before we divulge onto the next round. Mark, that looks like a puppy sat on your knee. We all need to see him or her and know a name.
He's not a puppy. He's fully grown. He's just this small. His name's Charlie, and there are fireworks going off outside the flats. So normally he's not here with me, but because there's some tosser setting off fireworks around here, I don't want him going skits in the other room. So he's in with me, and he's now chewing my hair, which is good.
Bless him. Shout out to all our viewers. I'm looking at our chart at the minute. We're on 103 viewers so far this evening, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for everybody for your comments. Keep those comments coming in. Anything that you want to talk about any of the leagues, fire those comments in, and we can chat
just quickly about John's comment about Lampard in the Premiership. I think if they do go up, I think Lampard's a perfect manager for him to have anyway as well, because I'm not sure of Coventry's budgets, but I think someone like Lampard can attract, and he will have contacts in the game, he can attract decent players, because as much as you say, like, he is a big name, isn't he? So I think he would be able to attract players to Coventry to come and play for them.
There's definitely an element of that in what we haven't seen, which I'm not actually. I'm quite happy with this. Is when he signed, we did think we'd see a lot of Chelsea youngsters come in on loan, and that's not happened, which I'm quite grateful. Our owner is very much against loans because he wants his own, he wants us to develop our own players. This Rushworth loan came out of the blue. We thought there was rumours about him signing permanently, and then it never happened. So we all just assumed, well, he's going to stick with Wilson and Collins, and we all swallowed something hard and jagged at the thought. And then, no, he's decided that he's going to come on loan for the season. Sounds like we've got the option to buy. Maybe it's an obligation. Who knows? But I think, Lampard is the right man to take us in the Premier League if we get there. What I really don't want to see, and I don't think Doug King would do this, I don't want to see us get to October, be 18th, 19th, and then sack the manager and go and get a Big Sam, a Sean Dyche, whoever. Give him a chance.
Not that there's anything wrong with Sean Dyche.
I really like Sean Dyche.
What you say?
No, I've always liked Sean Dyche. No, he talks a lot of sense. Yeah, it's defensive football, but blimey, he kept Burnley up for so many years, whereas every year you would say, who's going down? Well, Burnley, and so on and so on. And technically, still never been relegated from the Premier League because they sacked him before they got relegated. So, but I don't, if we go up, Lampard stays in charge.
I'd like to see Coventry go up, to be fair.
I mean, you're sitting comfortably at the minute. I know it's early doors, but it'll be difficult to see a massive downturn that much in Coventry that they're going to drop out of the playoffs.
The biggest shock is Sheffield United. I thought they'd be up there this season, and they've been horrendous.
I was just going to come on to Mers, actually. Mers, is there anything in the Championship that surprised you this week?
Not really. I mean, most of the big teams pretty much won. There's obviously been a couple of surprise results in there. Like, for instance, Blackburn managed to get a win this week. but I don't know who they are actually playing. Who were
They played Southampton.
They beat Southampton. Yeah, but like Southampton are just having a horrendous season anyway. So you could say that's not really much of a surprise result. So yeah. I think it's the other leagues that have probably given up more interesting results than Championship this week.
I wouldn't agree with that, because if you look at the top 6 at the moment, Coventry, Middlesbrough, Millwall, Bristol City, Stoke, Charlton. Then, blimey, I had Charlton going down. That's what I know. Leicester 10th, Ipswich 12th, West Brom 11th, Southampton 20th, Sheffield United 22nd, Norwich 23rd. All those teams you expect to be up and around there, and the ones that are, with the exception of us, Middlesbrough, at a push, Bristol City, you wouldn't expect to see them in the top 6. It's very refreshing.
I think with the likes of Southampton and Leicester, I think it's a bit of arrogance from them, like them going down and just instantly thinking, you know what, most of their squad is good enough to get them back up. But realistically, they probably need to sort out recruitment a little bit. And
I would agree with that, but I think that's not a knock at the relegated side. It is just we've seen the gap between the Premier League and the Championship is getting bigger, because of, it does tend to be the same sides going up, coming down, going up.
Yeah.
And it does, when you get all that money from the Premier League, even for a season, it's in the bank account and you can do what you will with it. Obviously, didn't work so well for Luton, but even then, nobody saw Luton going down. I don't think many people thought they were going to go straight back up anyway, but they went. They did double drop. Nobody saw that coming. I think the other thing would certainly, this is only relevant to Leicester, we've got no idea what's going to happen with this points deduction. Is there a points deduction coming? When's it coming? How much is it going to be? Who knows? I mean, if they get a points deduction, let's say 10 points, they're in the bottom 3. But it's the great unknown. And a bit like Manchester City, it's all hearsay and rumour at this point. Until they come out and say, you are guilty of this, here's your punishment, don't worry about it. Leicester will come good. Fatawu, he's the best winger I've seen in the Championship this season, by far. And I do think their squad's perfectly fine. Playoffs as a minimum, I think, for Leicester, unfortunately.
Well, a few comments coming in. As always, the fans are against me. Phil's new comment of the week: in Dyche we trust. And then
the week
John,
after when he gets sacked.
What's Dyche's contract? 3 games, 5 games. What is it? And Glory Hole is also on, even though he bottled it this week because, again, Liverpool lost again. Matt Hamshaw, Dyche. So there's a bit of chat about Matt Hamshaw, which we are going to come on to naturally next. So on to our EFL League One games. So some fantastic games this week on League One. They started on, I think the first game this week was on Tuesday. It was Reading 1, Northampton 0. We then jumped to Thursday where Exeter beat Plymouth 2-0 at home. And then yesterday we had Bolton 1, Cardiff 0. Man City and Wigan drawing 1-1 at Mill Lane. Peterborough 1.
They've been relegated.
Peterborough 1, Blackpool 2. Wimbledon 0. Burton 1. We've got Reading 1, Doncaster 1, Northampton 0, Luton 1, Stevenage 1, Bradford 1, Leyton Orient 1, Lincoln 0, Wickham 3, Huddersfield 0, and the mighty Rotherham running up the road to beating Barnsley 1-0. There was a postponed match, was the Port Vale and Stockport, and that's going to happen tomorrow.
Before we get on to anything here, Phil, I saw a mad stat today. What was the Reading Northampton score?
The Reading Northampton was Reading 1, Northampton 0.
So apparently, right, and this is real, the last time they played each other in 2024, it was 1-0. and the same player scored in the exact same minute in both games.
Oh, football cemetery.
Really? That is really good football.
Cemetery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, it's mental. The lad that scored, I think it was the 65th minute in both of the games, and it finished 1-0.
Mers is jumping straight on it. I can hear him tapping away. He's on it.
We get
Imagine
Mers
putting a fiver on that.
We have got the fact checker in the house. What we saying,
Go on,
Mers?
Mers, have a look at that.
I'm having a look right now.
Drum roll, please, everyone.
Hang on a minute. Was it
God's
Northampton?
sakes, ads, bloody yads on bloody internet. Go away. Getting in my way.
Whilst Mers is doing that, before we move on to any of the games, got a couple more comments coming in. Peterborough are in trouble. And Poppy said, Glory Hole is too busy playing with his Play-Doh rather than getting football knowledge. He needs to watch football, not be taking Starling's boat from the Art Attack guy. That was off Thursday's show, where Glory Hole decided to turn up looking a little bit like George Michael from Club Tropicana. Just a bit full on that jacket was. And then he's playing patty cake with Mr. Blobby Poppy.
It was as well.
Bless him.
65th minute, same player in both games.
Wow.
That's weird, man.
Good knowledge there, Tom. Well done. Absolutely.
Tom.
Thank you for the fact checking from Anne Robinson. From lovely job, Lee. So let's dissect some of those games. Let's go straight onto the Rotherham game. The two boys that are in the house, Bushy and Tom, both big Rotherham fans. I've been sat obviously in the Millers Monday WhatsApp group. There's still a little bit of negativity, a little bit coming out of the game because of the gameplay. Not about the win, obviously, but more about the gameplay and having to, step up a little bit based on the play rather than actually the wins.
Bushy, me or you first?
I'll let you go first, Tom. You go first.
Right, okay, I'll go first because you're box office, mate. Right, okay. So, what I will say, right, yes, we beat Barnsley away for the first time since 68, I believe, which landed on the moon at this point.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right, another podcast discussion. Who's the first man on the moon? The cameraman. Woo!
Yeah.
Right, but anyway, yes, we won the game. By no means we weren't perfect. It's a fantastic strike from Kean Spence. It's all about winning games away from home. We've won 2 away games in a row now, so I need to get rid of my beard. It's a great strike. It just shows you put balls in a box, things can happen. Things can happen, and it did. And it's a fantastic finish, but by no means were we dominant in that game. Can
I just ask, Tom, do you think, based on 2 games on the bounce, and I know how fickle football is and how quick football can turn around, but with 2 games on the bounce, both away games, do you think Mr. Hamshaw's safe? Is it temporarily safe for now? Is he still under the cosh? Because
no,
games or what?
He is safe, but I'm not going to buy into this thing where he's the best manager we could ever have. I've often said that. I mean, look, come Christmas, let's see where we are come Christmas, because as Lee will probably agree with me. Let's see where we are come Christmas, and if we're still in 15th, right, then no, I'm not having it. But look, let's see where we are come Christmas. It's a great result. We've won a derby. Happy days. Phone book goes out the window. However, let's see where we are come Christmas. And I'll reiterate it again. I said it about 2.5 months ago. Dan Gore from Manchester United. Sadly, unless we are in the playoffs come Christmas, New Year, he's going to get recalled by Manchester United, and he will end up at a Championship club. Probably Sheffield United, as a guess. But look, it's a great win. Mr. Hamshaw is proving us wrong as we speak. However, let's just see where we are at Christmas. Lee, take it away.
Okay, before Lee interjects, because I know it's going to be a box office hit, lots of cutting to be done on this podcast. But a quick comment in from Poppy. It was a boring game, to be honest. Fair play, Rotherham won, but it was boring as hell. My argument to that was Forest last season, a lot of their games were absolutely dross, absolute bore, but win's a win, and you finish where you finish based on those points. So, yes, it was boring, but a win's a win at the end of the day, Pops. So, yeah. Bushy, come on. The Oracle needs to speak. Let's go for it, mate.
Obviously, we win the game. I'm happy. Fantastic. Obviously, we've got some weird thing with our fans that they want I'm sure to succeed that badly that they call you every time that Rotherham win, they think you're going to be unhappy. I always want Rotherham to win. I support Rotherham United. I'm not manager FC. I don't care who's the manager as long as we win. We beat Barnsley. We didn't have to play particularly too well because we're playing Barnsley. It's not Real Madrid, the Barnsley. They're not a good team. They were very dirty. So the game was boring because it got stopping every 5 minutes because every time Dan Gore got the ball, they couldn't cope with him. They couldn't live with him. They were taking him on. They'd just foul him, hack him down, and be a free kick. And the game was like that throughout the game because they just couldn't live with Dan Gore. He's just head and shoulders above anything in that league. The league is so poor. And the fact that we're still 15th in it, I'm not going to say Matt Hamshaw's proved me wrong. Because if you'd have said to me at the start of the season, after this amount of games, if we were 15th, would I be happy? Absolutely not. I'd expect us to be in the top 3, knocking on the door of promotion with the players we've got compared to the teams of League One. You're looking at teams like Stevenage above us in the league, Mansfield Town above us in the league, Doncaster Rovers above us in the league. That shouldn't be happening. These are pub teams, in my view. They're not on our level, yeah? So, no, he hasn't proved me wrong. Do I give him credit? We've won 3-4 games on the bounce. Absolutely. I'm going to give him credit. But then people will come on and say, oh, Lee's house licking Namshaw now. No, I'm not. I'm just giving an honest assessment on the game. I don't care if we play bad and win because football is about winning football matches. I'm not bothered how we play. If we win, I'm happy. If we get promoted playing terrible for the rest of the season, would anybody give a damn at the end of that season how well you've played? If Arsenal win the title, stinking the place out like they do most weeks, defending, defense, win 1-0 every week, but they win the title, would Mers give a damn? Absolutely not. He'll take the title all day long. And that's what football is. We're playing crap teams like Barnsley in stadiums that look like it was been Back to the Future. I thought I got in that Back to the Future car looking at Barnsley Stadium.
Yeah, I've been to Barnsley a couple of times, and it is a tin shed in the middle of a cesspool.
The women are that ugly in Barnsley that the men are better looking. It's weird. It's a weird place. You know what I mean? It is an horrible, weird place. But the thing is, we've gone there and we've won. And the Barnsley fans giving it large. Ooh, Rotherham's never beat us. Ooh. And I said before the game, come to Kingbush. I'll tell you what'll happen. We'll go there and we'll beat you. Even as bad as we are, we still go there and we beat you. So, yeah, we're improving. You've got to give Hamshaw time now because I think he's earned it. I think the fact that the players are playing for him is a big thing. You can tell there's a team spirit gathering since the players have come back, and I'm happy to give him a chance. But like I said, we have got to be, like Tom says, by Christmas, we've got to be knocking on the door of them playoffs. Because if we're not, he's back under pressure. That is part and parcel of being manager of Rotherham United in League One. It's like Manchester United of League One, really. You're looking at Rotherham. They are the big club in League One. End of story.
Who's your Benjamin Sesko then?
Our Sesko, Nombe, mate. But Nombe is better than Sesko. So
you heard that here. We're going to cut that. We're going to paste that all over the internet. that Nombe is better than Tesco. I love that. Thank you for that, Bushy. I was
Is
trying
it
to
in your
get that out of you,
head?
and I got it
In
out
your
of you.
In your
That's what I was after.
head,
Nombe.
Okay, a quick comment that's coming from
Can I
John.
just ask a question quickly for Tom and Lee?
You can,
Where-
Mark. Go ahead.
Before a ball was kicked, where did you honestly think Rotherham would finish this season? Not we have to win the league because we're the biggest club in the league or anything like that. Where did you honestly think you'd finish?
Yeah, so we did a show at the beginning of the season. I predicted us to be third. That's where I believe we would be.
I'm the same as Lee. I said third, fourth.
And who did you have going up automatically?
Cardiff City and who was the other one? Cardiff City.
I think I had Cardiff and Luton.
I think I maybe said Barnsley at the time, but
I said Luton, but Luton have been honking.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got League. You know, I think this is the most even League One in terms of you haven't got any of the big clubs.
No,
you know.
exactly.
Birmingham aren't there, Derby aren't there, we're not there anymore. It is.
Well, hold on a second, Mark. Mark, can you just
Derby
take that
aren't a
back
big
about
club.
Derby, please? Derby are
I
not a big
apologise.
club.
I'd like to apologise profusely for saying that Derby are a big club.
They might have a big stadium, but they're not a big club, mate. Take that one back.
It's not filled with fans, it's filled with sheep.
Derby's just a field. That's all Derby is. But yeah, it just seems very, very, very evenly spread across League One. And did one of the comments say that Peterborough are struggling? Bottom.
Yeah,
And they
Ferguson's just lost
around
his
the
job.
playoffs. Very odd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ferguson got the sack. didn't he, this
Yeah,
weekend?
was it yesterday Ferguson got
Did you,
booted?
did you see that defending from our foot?
Defending.
Mers, did you see the defense that Peterborough did against Blackpool, where Kyoso, our
Defense.
back, honestly, it was comical. And Ferguson has been sacked, but he's going to be announced as the new manager tomorrow. So I think it'll be his 5th time in charge.
Quick comment that's coming from John. What worried me the most, Lee, some people's first thoughts after a win is to call Miller's Monday out because you guys said they was poo when we was 23rd. I'm just, before Bushy gets on that one, I'm going to make a comment on that one. Listen, John, if people are watching Miller's Monday, whether they like it or hate it, they will reply because they like the club, but they're still watching Miller's Monday. So it doesn't matter who they're calling out and what they're saying. Miller's Monday is a top show, and everybody knows that the people on Miller's Monday talk sense, not like them other Rotherham podcasts. I can say that on here because this is my podcast. So, yeah. The other Rotherham podcasts, step aside, let Miller's Monday just do their thing. All right? Let's have it done. Right, any more comments about League One? We've gone mad for Rotherham as always. We love a bit of Rotherham, especially when they're on the wins. Any other big games that kind of jumped out from League One from anyone this week?
Stevenage's draw was interesting. Who did they draw against again?
Good.
Stevenage, it was
Bradford,
wasn't
Bradford. So that's me 2 points closer to the Chickens podcast. Because when we overtake them, he's going to have to donate some money to a charity. So, up the Millers. Let's have it.
Up the Millers indeed. Anybody else want to mention anything about League One?
Yeah, Cardiff obviously lost to a last minute goal to Bolton.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I had Bolton finishing quite high. I'm sure I got criticised for Bolton sitting quite high. They're currently just outside of the playoffs. So
you did predict Leyton Orient to get relegated, as
and
well,
I did predict Leyton Orient to get relegated.
They won though, didn't they? They won.
They did win. They sat in 14th. So we'll see. What are we? Game week 13, 14? Yeah, we'll see.
I'll tell you what, Phil. That Northampton stat about the 1-0, the exact same minute. What are the odds on that? That is mental.
There's got to be some sort of odds on that. I wonder if anyone had a bet or something.
It's not something that even bet on, is it? It must be billions to one, billions to one. But 2 games. Last time we played each other, one exact same scoreline, exact same scorer, exact same minute.
Should have kept that for our little last feature of the week. That's a very, very interesting.
But anyway, yeah.
You say Bolton are languishing in 7th, but there's only 3 points between 1st and 7th.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
My predictions about Bolton could be right. Everyone was saying Bolton have been coming up for the last 3 or 4 seasons. Bolton have been, that kind of team. Doing better than Rotherham. Oh, better not say that. Anyway.
For now, Phil.
For now. Let's move on. EFL League 2. So some interesting games in League 2 this week.
Pies won, didn't they? 2-0.
We start on Tuesday was Swindon 2, Notts County 2. And then we jump on to yesterday, which was Fleetwood 2, Accrington 1. Cheltenham 1, Walsall 0. Crawley beating Bristol Rovers a massive 4-0. We've got Harrogate 0, Newport 3. Gillingham 1, Salford 2. Bromley 2, Milton Keynes 1. Oldham 2, Shrewsbury 2. Swindon and Colchester was a bore draw. We've got Barrow 2, Barnet 2. Crewe 3, Grimsby 2. Tranmere 1, Chesterfield 1. And Notts County smashing Cambridge United 2-0. So what do we think about League 2 this week, guys?
What I will say, Phil, is I was listening to Football Heaven, which is Bush's band from.
What are you listening to them for?
BBC Radio Sheffield, right?
Who listens to that crap for?
To sue me.
But from what I understand, Chesterfield drew in the last seconds of the game, I believe.
1-1, yeah.
Yeah, 1-1. I think
it was 90 plus 3.
+3.
Chesterfield didn't score because the first goal was an own goal in 12 minutes. Then the Tranmere got one back on 90 plus 3.
I think it was. I was listening to a bloke who was a big Chesterfield fan who was saying, how did we lose that? So, I'm looking to Chesterfield. Paul Warne with MK Dons lost because I've been backing Paul Warne. I think MK Dons, I will back it. I think MK Dons will probably win the league in the end, personally.
They lost, didn't they? They lost 2-1.
They lost 2-1. They lost 2-1, Lee.
And Walsall lost as well. They were top of the league.
Walsall, the bigger bottlers than Arsenal, aren't they? So
that is saying something.
That is saying something.
Walsall was an own goal as well, so they did it to themselves.
Yeah, but they need to stay in League 2. Walsall. I was working near Birmingham. Literally, my hotel was bang outside the Walsall Stadium. That ground is like a non-league ground. I was taller than the stands.
I must say, like at the beginning of the season in League 2, I did say that both Notts County and Chesterfield would both come up, obviously being relatively local teams to where I am, and they're both currently sat in the playoffs quite comfortably as well. So
we've got some good players.
Predict them lower leagues, I'm doing pretty good on, to be fair.
We've got some good players. There's that, what's that midfielder that they've got, Chesterfield? I wouldn't mind him at Rotherham.
He's injured for the rest of the season, Lee.
Is it Dora or something?
Yeah. He's done himself and he's out for the season.
Yeah, he's a quality player. I'd take him at Rotherham.
He's class. He ripped us apart, didn't he, Lee?
Yeah, I went to that game last season. Went to penalties, didn't it?
Dobra.
Yeah, Dobra, that's it. Yeah,
Dobra.
He was absolutely quality against Rotherham. We beat him on penalties. I went to the game last year at Chesterfield, and I'd take him in a heartbeat. I think he's a quality player. I don't know why he's been playing.
Would you have him at United as well, Bushy?
I won't go that far, mate. Dangor, I'd have Dangor in first team at United, I tell you.
I know you would. Indeed.
But League 2, and I say it every week, and I'll keep saying it forever, right? 3 teams go down out of League 2, don't they? But only Was it 3? No, 2. 2 go down out. 2. And then only 2 are allowed to come up from the National League, which I think is pathetic and it needs to be changed. Carlisle United, obviously I live near Carlisle. Mark lives in Carlisle next to me. Not next to me.
Shout out to Carlisle. Anybody in Carlisle, anybody watching from Carlisle, shout out. Make sure that you get down to Carpet Wise in Carlisle.
Carpet Ways.
Carpet Ways, that's the one. This guy below me here,
I like selling carpets.
He loves selling, smelling, and kissing carpet.
Yelling, kissing, do what you like with the carpet. But honestly, I do believe that League 2 should have 3 that goes down and 3 from the National League that comes up. I'll always say that. But I do believe that I think MK Dons will win that league. Personally. In the long run.
I think they will, but they've been a bit iffy, aren't they?
Yeah, they are iffy, but I mean, Lee, Warney will end up getting it right in the end. He's not a top level manager at all, but he gets promotions. He knows the script down there, doesn't he? So
yeah, and they've got a big budget, MK Dons, for League 2.
Massive budget.
A nice stadium as well. What they're playing there.
Oh,
in Forest Stadium, theirs.
But they've got a nice stadium and they get about 4,000 fans.
Yeah, they've got no fans, so
yeah.
Classic club.
At least we fill our stadium, you know what I mean? Not like Man City, you go on about them, they don't fill their stadium. Okay, so anything else about League 2, guys?
Russell losing again while top. It's always good to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scott Kent dropped a comment in. Cheltenham beating top of the league. Walsall was a surprise, yeah?
Yeah, big surprise, I think, Scott. Absolutely. Came out of nowhere, I suppose, that one. But, we all have our bad games. So we'll see. We'll see where it lies next week and see where the leagues go next week. Leave the hair before the hair leaves. What? I didn't see that one. Anyway, right.
Old.
We're gonna move on to last week's feature presentation and talk about this week. So last week's feature presentation was quite simple. We chose a game from each league. So a game from the Premier League, game from the Championship, game from League 1 and game from League 2. And it was all about points in regards to goals. I believe in the end I had 6 players. I did not play myself. I didn't put my own scores in time. So I decided to step back and didn't play that game. So we had John Sullivan, Roostone, Poppy, Mers, Bushy, and Glory Hole all took part. And just like last week, from his wonderful win that Glory Hole got last week, this week he didn't do so well. He got 8 points this week for Glory Hole, unfortunately. So Glory Hole does not make the top. Mers, yourself, you got 7 points. I counted 7.
I thought I got 8. Oh, never mind. I've done worse.
I counted 7, but either way, everybody else got smashed. Bushy, you didn't do too bad, kid. You got 9 points this week. So not too bad. Poppy, I know you're listening because you've been commenting in. Poppy, you only got 6 points this week. So it was then left down to Mr. Sullivan and my friend Andrew Stone. And you both got 12 points. So I'm going to put this out to both of you because I know you both very, very well. And obviously I'm in close contact with you both. Tomorrow is the next league game, and it is Port Vale versus Stockport. John and Rue, I need you to both message me. And you need to message me in the next half an hour. Okay? I want you both to tell me what the score will be tomorrow between Port Vale and Stockport. Whoever is the closest, providing that you both don't answer the same score, whoever is the closest will win this week's prize. All right? So whoever gets closest on the score will win this week's prize. Simple as. Hopefully you both don't answer the same. So please text me. Do not put it in the chat because
John's saying, I'll tell you now. No, John, don't put it in the chat.
Poppy, you know who Andrew is. Don't put.
He's done it.
He's done it.
Don't put it in the chat. John
Wow.
Sullivan, don't put it in the chat. So he goes and puts it in the chat. And do you know what? For that, John, I'm going to put it on the main screen as well, just so that everybody knows. So, Rue, if you're watching, mate, John's gone with 3-1. John has gone with 3-1. I'm presuming that's a 3-1 win for Port Vale, because I think they're at home.
Watch it be 3-1.
Watch it be 3-1. So, Rue, if you wouldn't mind messaging me, or to be fair, you could let me know first thing in the morning when I see you. That'd be great. Rue will text you now. Haha. Thank you, Poppy. So once I get Rue's message, whoever's closest, I will give the prize to that winner. This week's game, it's an interesting one. Because we don't have anybody currently on the chat or on the show for League Two, that's where we're going to focus our game this week. And the challenge is this week is just like we would normally have in our Premiership predictions, we're going to do a League Two predictions for next week's games. Okay? So next week's games in League 2. Let me just get those League 2
It's FA Cup next week.
up. You what, mate?
It's FA Cup next week.
Is it next week? I thought that was the week after.
Oh, come on.
Oh, have you messed up?
I might have messed up. Never mind. That's not a problem.
Oh, yeah, it is, because next round of games isn't until the 8th of November.
Oh, well, there we are then. Guess what? Everybody's got a week off from the games. We'll pick these games up the following week.
I'll tell you what.
Why don't we just do the FA Cup?
Yeah. That's a good one, actually, Bushy.
Yeah.
Let's do the FA Cup.
Okay.
Rotherham
FA Cup.
5, Swindon 0.
Okay, let's. How many games are in the FA Cup this
A
weekend?
lot.
A
A
lot.
lot.
Right.
There's one on Friday. There's 34 on the Saturday.
Right. Well, we're not going to go that
On
mad.
the Sunday.
Right. We're not going to go that mad. I am going to pick out.
Why don't we pick South Yorkshire and East Midlands, something like that, so they're all localish.
All right. Yeah. So I'm a southerner and I have to.
Yeah. Well, you are dirty. I tell you what. For you then, just for you, Mers, we'll start
Forest?
with. We'll have one
We'll
game
split
that's
Wanderers.
London way. Luton versus Forest Green. All right. So the first game will be Luton versus Forest
Whee!
Green.
That's
The
perfect for
second
me.
game that we've got to know and we've got to find, guess the scores on. Obviously, it's 5 points for a correct score, 2 points for a win. Buxton, Chatham. All right.
All right.
We will go for Bolton, Huddersfield. We'll go for... No, that's postponed. Let's not go for that one. Let's go for... Just going down. Just looking down, see what good games we've got going off here. We'll go for Barnsley, York.
Yorkshire Derby.
We'll go for...
Rotherham Swindon.
I'm going to say Rotherham, Swindon. Let's do Rotherham, Swindon.
Chesterfield playing as well. Get them in and
Stevenage, Chesterfield.
yeah, get them in.
Mansfield, Harrogate.
And we got like a Wealdstone Wanderers for Mers.
Wealdstone, Southend.
Yeah, get them in.
Yeah, we'll have them in.
You got no fans?
How many are we up to
You
now?
want some? I'll give it you.
How many games we got, boys? How many games?
About 7 there.
I lost count.
That's 8.
8. Okay, we'll have Crewe, Doncaster. And we'll have Brackley, Notts County.
Isn't Crewe Doncaster the train station derby or something?
Probably something like that, yeah.
No, it's the Caravan Derby.
So that's 10 games total. Mers, do you want to repeat those games to everyone, please? And then
I
obviously
haven't got all the opponents. I just got like one team from each one. So
Right.
we've got a Luton game, Buxton game, Bolton, Barnsley, Rotherham, Chesterfield, Mansfield, Wealdstone, Crewe, and Notts County. So whoever those teams are playing against, basically.
So for everybody that's watching, it's Luton, Forest Green, Burton, Chatham.
Oh, it's
Put it-
Burton. I thought you said Buxton.
Just
Yeah.
put it in the chat as well.
Buxton,
I'll
No,
forget this, mate.
Buxton, Chatham. Sorry, not Burton. Buxton, Chatham.
Oh,
Bolton, Huddersfield.
Oh,
It's right.
Buxton,
The
Walker.
Burton game's sat right next to it. No. Bolton, Huddersfield. Who else was it?
Barnsley versus York.
Barnsley, York, Stevenage, Chesterfield, Rotherham, Swindon, Mansfield, Harrogate, Wealdstone, Southend, Crewe, Doncaster, and Brackley, Notts County. Boom.
Adam's in the chat. Rotherham top 10. Hammy is cooking.
So, how we're going to do it is nice and simple. We're going to do the predictions on those games. You need to get them into me, obviously, as soon as possible, but preferably before next Friday, when obviously the first game's on. 5 points for a correct score and obviously a win, and then 2 points just for a win. Okay, so get those to me. Whoever wants to play, however you want to play, whether you want to just WhatsApp them over, if you're in the WhatsApp groups, if you want to drop them on X, if you want to drop them on a direct message to one of us on any of the socials, please do that. That's for the FA Cup, and we'll cover those next Sunday.
Let me just put this out, Phil, because I don't. Is this true? I need Statman to look at this. Mers. So
Brackley
Scott
have
Kent
had-
says Brackley have had 7 managers
In 28
games.
games.
Wow,
If that's true, that is
mad.
mad.
That's worse than bloody.
Scott Kent, thank you for that. We
Watford.
love the little facts coming in. We love that. Mersey's going to do a fact check on that one.
I'm having a look. So apparently, I'm seeing the last 7 managers. No, I don't think it's right, because one saying appointed last manager appointed 2023. That's what I'm seeing.
There is a laughing emoji after Scott Kent's message, so maybe he's exaggerating a little bit, like Bushy exaggerating that Šeško's amazing and Harry Maguire is the best player in the world or something. You know what I mean? So let's. There might be an over-exaggeration there, but it sounds like they've had quite a few managers in quite a short period of time. We'll see. Scott, answer us. Let us know whether you were just joking with that or if that was an actual fact that you've physically got, and then we can point our fact checker into the right location on that.
I checked a couple different ones. The current manager's been there since 2023.
Okay. Well, maybe it's just a bit of a joke being Brackley. Who knows? Right, so we're going to finish today's great podcast. Thank you for all the watchers. Thank you for all the people that are coming in. But we're going to pass over to our lovely commentary fan, and Mark is going to introduce the lighter side of football for us. Over to you.
Yes. And we have touched on it already, but it's Sheffield Wednesday and the administration. Now, Bushy said earlier, some of the fans were rejoicing when they went into administration, and it is a good thing because Chansiri's gone now. It's not going to get any worse. Yet, 12-point deduction almost certainly spells relegation, but you can use it as a chance to rebuild. And also, it's not guaranteed. We've had 2 points deductions, and we didn't get relegated those seasons. I think Rotherham had points deductions, and you might not have been relegated those seasons if memory serves. But whoever runs the screens at Hillsborough just couldn't hide their happiness on Saturday. I don't know if anyone's seen this, but they ran a video where they played it up as if there was a virus in the club, and they're going to run a program, and up it flashed on the screen, Chansiri.exe.
Yeah.
He announced he's gone. run the black and gold program, and it was just nice to see. Whoever's doing the screens at Sheffield Wednesday is obviously reflecting the fans. If anyone saw the game against Middlesbrough or saw clips of it, barely anyone in the home end. And then you look on Saturday, what stands that they're allowed to open were looking pretty packed. Get through this season, you might not go down. Be great if they stayed up. But it's a fresh start now. No more pitch invasions. It's done. And it can be a new start when the new owner comes in, whoever that may be. Hopefully the fit and proper test is done properly for once. And you get a proper owner in, put some money in the club, get them back in the Championship. Who knows? You might even start making charges at the playoffs again. But it's good to see that Sheffield Wednesday, chance series gone. It's not going to get any worse.
I said lighter side, Mark, but Jesus, I thought that.
I mean, Mark, I think me and Tom both were hoping it was going to get worse.
Well, I'm sure we were as Rotherham fans, but you
can go back to it in Wednesday now without feeling guilty, because I don't think, as much as I hate Sheffield Wednesday, I don't think any fans deserve to go through what they've gone through. I did do a show on it with some Wednesday fans, and we've been through it as Rotherham fans, so I don't wish that upon anybody. As much as I don't like Sheffield Wednesday, I'm happy that there's going to be an end to that, and I can actually hate Sheffield Wednesday again without feeling guilty.
You can hate them in peace. I think, we are, certainly me, you and Tom, we've got experience in our clubs. They've gone to the wall. They've been administration. And, you don't want to see another Berry. And, it could well have gone that way. But he's gone. They've started ripping the seats out, getting rid of his name. It's a new dawn. Sheffield Wednesday fans, you've still got a club. You still will have a club. You might be in League One next season, but it's fun. League One's great most of the time, sometimes.
Thank you for that.
Kind of shake, then there will be trouble.
We've had a couple of comments in. Big Dog 1984 says, Scott, think you're getting mixed up. Brackley Town FC have been managed by Gavin Cohen for both current season and the last season. And then, Scott Kent's come out. Sorry, it's Bracknell Town, not Bracknell. So that clears the confusion up. Great show. Thank you for the entertainment. Thank you for watching, Poppy. It's been great. Great show. Good to see the bushy smile. It might disappear.
Thanks, John.
Who knows? It might disappear next weekend. Who knows?
Phil, I've been liking it this week.
Administration, we're asking fans to go back. All the money now helps the club and not Chansari. Absolutely. When do you need the scores by, Phil, for this week's competition? I need them before Friday, because obviously the first game will be on Friday. So as long as I get those scores over to me before Friday, I can then populate a spreadsheet. I'm expecting at least 163, because I have 163 viewers on this wonderful podcast right now. So I'm expecting at least 164 people, please, to send me their scores. He has said ASAP, Poppy. Thank you, John, and no problem from John. So if there is nothing else to talk about tonight...
Phil, there is something else to talk about.
Carpets?
There's lots of carpets and lots of really good discounts if you live in the north of England and southwest Scotland. However, I want to say I'm really chuffed for Sheffield Wednesday fans that they've gone into administration, because that was the best thing they could have done. Here's my little daughter, Violet. Next week, potentially, we're going to have a singer on. Are we not?
Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
I completely forgot about that.
Explain it.
So, a very good friend of mine, what's he called, Violet? Richard Perky, or Richard Roxwell as he's known, is a Millwall fan. He's going to come on and he's going to have a bit of a chat about Millwall, and he's going to sing his song live on the show. So tune into that. Also, subscribe to Richard Roxwell Music. He's a really good guy, lives in London, spot on guy. So hopefully, great. And I'll tell you what, I hope the numbers have been good tonight, because tune in next week because he's massive in Montenegro.
Do you know what? I was going to go to Montenegro actually, and we didn't go because of COVID. But yeah, we were going to go to Montenegro. Apparently, it's a massive upcoming place now. That place is.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
indeed.
But yeah, no, please, everybody, jump in next weekend. We've had some fantastic numbers tonight. Let's get those numbers nice and high again next week. And we've got our wonderful singer on as well next week, sharing not only his Millwall knowledge, but his wonderful singing voice as well. Thank you for all the comments tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please do not forget, Terrace Talk is not just all about this wonderful Sunday show. We have live shows on a Monday. We have live shows on a Thursday. And we also have a live show tonight on a Sunday. They're all at 8 o'clock. So it's Miller's Monday on a Monday night. It's the Premier League show on a Thursday night. And obviously, we've got the Sunday service here on Sunday night. Please make sure you log on, make sure you watch, make sure you like, follow, and share us on all the socials. And we'll see you all on Monday at 8 o'clock for Miller's Monday. Thank you to my 4.5 with Violet, 4 and 3/4 because we've got the doggy as well. People on our show tonight. Thank you for everybody watching. Thank you for all the comments. It is much appreciated. Lots of love, and we will see you all on Miller's Monday. Ta-ra!
Carpe.
Cheers, guys.
Bye all.